very good Wednesday morning, everyone. Odon here in the Tri-State Show Traffic Center. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning us in here at 7 o'clock on an early Wednesday morning. We are about ready to get started for the Wednesday morning ride, and I'm actually looking at the screens here. I apologize for looking off to the left, but a couple of things happening here in New Jersey, as well as in towards Queens in the city. So fairly active, busy pattern here this morning. Now, as I always say, schools kind of rule the road, and that's exactly what we always see. And now we're starting to see a lot of the schools are starting to wrap up, graduations last night, tonight, tomorrow night. So traffic could be in certain places a little bit lighter than maybe what you have seen before in the, or last week or the week before or so. But nonetheless, we're here to get you through it. Let's talk to you a little programming notes here. We are up on YouTube and Facebook as well as Twitter here this morning. So we're up on all three. So we got all three live here this morning. We can see the comments from YouTube and Facebook. Twitter, they're still working on it, the platform that I'm using. So hopefully that will be coming sooner than later, because it would really be great to get some of the Twitter comments into the broadcast. But if you are watching us, leave us a comment, say hello, let us know where you are watching us from, maybe where you're going, and then we can kind of do a little personalized traffic for you. Now, I apologize if the air conditioner is a little bit loud or you hear it. It's a little humid here this morning. And speaking of the weather, Jon Rocco is getting himself ready in the weather center. He'll be here in about a little less than about 10 minutes or so, about 7:15, with the first check of your forecast. Let me see. I've got 67 here in Central Jersey and just a bit cloudy, but the humidity is up. We had some rain last night. It actually came down fairly heavy at times, right around 8:30 or so. But we do need a little bit of rain to keep the grass and the lawns nice and green. All right. So with that said, we are proudly sponsored this half hour by or actually, you know what? I think maybe we'll do a combined sponsorship. We are sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Actually, we'll do that for tomorrow. I have to change the lower third there, but so we'll go with the half hours now. But tomorrow we're going to be sponsored by multiple sponsors for the show. So we'll take a little commercial break. All right. I can slow down my ramblings and my musings on. But anyway, so we are sponsored by the Tri-State Traffic Show, located in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey. Go over and talk to my friend Ralph. You can find more information on the shop at Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery.com, and has some of the best ice cream anywhere to be found. So with that said, let's get to some of the action here this morning. Let me go full screen because I think it's just easier for us to read. For you at home to go ahead and read the screens here as you're following along, as you're playing along at home, right? So we've got some issues in New Jersey. So let's start here first. Vehicle fire, Route 1 south at Riders Lane. We'll also have a down utility pole. Route 9, one lane is shut at Ernston Road in Sayreville. That's a tough spot there because that is on the approach to the Garden State Parkway, and we still have our sinkhole going northbound along 287 to the eastbound side of Route 78. So let's check up on this vehicle fire first. There are a couple of cameras in that location. Let's check that out in real time. Let's just see where we stand this morning. See what we see here at Riders Lane, and of course the camera is out. Gosh, wish these cameras would work. Something. Oh, goodness. So we got nothing here. All right. So you can see we are well back to Route 18 now with our delays. So that's going to be right in here, right there at Route 18 for Route 1. So, coming out of that southern section of Edison, across the Morrison Goodkind Bridge, again, as you approach into Riders Lane, just on the opposite side there of Route 18 this morning, is a little bit slow for us. I don't think there's any other cameras here. Let me just see if the 18 camera is operational at Route 1. Well, there you can see roadways are just slightly wet. So it's a little bit moist out there. I guess maybe we'll put it in that vernacular. I don't think this camera is going to be able to see it in Narracon. No. Okay. Let's just try this one again at Riders Lane. Possible that the crash took out Took out the camera. I don't think so, but that's just not sure. But anyway, so watch for some delays there. Let's go to Route 9. There is a camera at Ernston, but that could be possibly connected to the utility pole as well, but they're not really. So, okay, that's a good shot. So this is northbound. You see the two right lanes are going to be shut down here with this emergency repair up before the Garden State Parkway. So let's go to the maps, not too far from that location. And this is going to be right in here. So we're backed up almost all the way to Route 34 now, out to Ernston Road. So if you're making your approach into the Parkway along Route 9, you've got to be really careful and give yourself some additional travel time. Now, this is the general flow of traffic for the morning rush hour. So it is just a real mess of traffic. Probably about another 10 plus minutes or so getting up towards Ernston Road. I mean, if you can get over to Bordentown Avenue, save you a couple minutes, but at this point, I think I just stay with Route 9 here. At this point, just give yourself the additional travel time that you're going to need here this morning. So again, that's northbound Route 9 with a down utility pole still being cleared. I always thought that there was a camera here, but I am wrong. We are a little bit off there. So now we got another situation. Wow, every time I refresh the page. So everything is shut in Vineland. Jackknife tractor trailer 55. Let's see if there's a camera there. My thinking is that is not the case. Let's just see what we got here now. Yeah, so this is going to be south of 40 Vineland. Camera's going to be able to show you anything in Millville 50 at 49. No, camera didn't work. So all right, so that one is just a brand new incident for us. We'll take a quick check of Monmouth County Parkway 1833 195 is good all throughout Toms River and Brick. Getting out to Long Beach Island is clear. So is the ride on the AC Expressway. There is the issue on 55. That's a big one. Everything is shut there, and you may have to just come through Vineland proper here, the downtown area, to maybe kind of avoid that situation along 55. Let me just see what the exit number is here, if there is one. Again, it's just, that's another interesting thing about traffic. There are certain areas of New Jersey that we talk about. Obviously county roads down south go by numbers. Up to the north, it's actually the road name for the most part. But and again, it's just interesting to see, Parkway, obviously the whole famous thing of, what exit you're from, and same thing with the Turnpike and Route 80, Route 78, Route 287, that kind of thing. But sometimes when you get down on these smaller state highways, and I'm not diminishing the size of the highway because it's quite large, they usually just say, at 56, watch for a crash on southbound 55 at Route 56. They don't really give an exit number. Some do, but, I think more people probably know it as the cross or the overpass than anything else. So this is exit 32 A and B. Just want to make that a point of reference. If anybody's watching, happens to be in that area, we had John yesterday with the great tip there on that 17287 mess in Mawa that lasted most of the morning with that overturned tractor trailer. So if definitely, let me open the comments here. I thought I had them open. Sorry. Comments are open now on YouTube and Facebook. So thank you very much. Now, what is the deal here? Some comments can't be posted. Oh, that's the Twitter page. Okay. Yesterday, for some reason, they took out the Facebook page comments. I'm not quite sure why, but so Route 80, 287, 78 is going to be clear as we obviously come in through Essex County. 280 busy at the Stickle Drawbridge. Turnpike into 14 is heavy east. Just getting onto the Bay Extension is heavy. I don't really foresee any sun glare this morning being any kind of a factor. Let's go to the Hudson River crossings, shall we? Check out the ride here and we'll see what we are up against. September restored at the Lincoln Tunnel. Okay, thank you very much. Takes a second or so for populate. So about a half an hour at the George. Same thing at the Lincoln. We'll go about 20 to 25 at the Holland. So kind of typical fare across the board. Let's get the fresh update for NJ Transit now. And we're seeing some delays now. Rail service into and out of Penn Station is something 20 minutes late. Broken down Amtrak car near Newark Penn Station. So watch for that. So Alexandra, if you're heading into the office here this morning, definitely give yourself some additional travel time. I think you probably have already left at this point, but so you may be sitting in some of this delay. So up to 20 minutes because of this issue with a broken down train car near Newark Penn. Again, so now, okay, the Raton Valley line, 629 Hoboken arrival, 55 minutes of delay there. Not the way you want to start a Wednesday morning. Let's go to the path trains. See what we have going on here this morning. Come on. General Square. I'll get it right. General Square to 33rd is delayed, I should say. Crews reporting mechanical issues on a train at Grove Street in Jersey City. So watch for that. 7:14 now is our time. You know what, let's just check out SEPTA here because I want to hit weather and the sponsor break on time here this morning, trying to keep to the time, keeping to the time. Everything is looking good. Yeah, everything is great across the board there with transit. So really no major issues here this morning on SEPTA. So that is fantastic news. Fantastic. So let's do this. Let me just set up our connection with Mr. Rocco. And let's bring me back on camera. Hi. Oh my gosh. Wow. Look at this beard. This thing's gotten out of control. It's taken on a life of its own, right? Let's cue up John's banner here at the bottom. There he is, Jon Rocco. And we will go ahead and let me just see if John is ready. I see him there in the green room. John, are you ready? Yeah, he's saying he's ready to go. All right. So let's talk to our meteorologist in training, Mr. Jon Rocco. And for some reason, I'm having a little trouble dialing him in. So let's just see here this morning. Let me see if I can get this to work. We may have to do our sponsor break first. Yeah, let's do the sponsor first because I just lost the connection to Johnny. So, all right. So with that said, let's talk to you about our sponsor, which will be the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is Ralph's phone number. 908-272-3000 is the number for the shop. But there is a picture of the great-looking ice cream shop, the best ice cream shop in the land. This is located in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey, downtown Cranford, right across from the historic clock, going on 30 plus years now with the historic clock in a beautiful downtown Cranford. That is going to be Route 28 for those who are outside the area on your GPS. But here in the Cranford area, we know it as North Avenue. Yes. I should. If I don't, I should just shut the whole channel down. Anyway, so Ralph's got some of the best ice cream anywhere to be found. And, we're really getting into this summer season now. Hopefully the weather will certainly get maybe a little bit warmer gets that summery feel, really on this second official day of summer. Yesterday, summer came in very early yesterday morning. And you can get out and get some of the great ice cream flavors that Ralph has to offer. He's got the cotton candy, vanilla super crunch. He has those core staple 3, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, just delicious stuff. He also has the sorbets, the lemon sorbet, peach mango sorbet, and also the blood orange sorbet, which is absolutely spectacular. If you're looking for something really refreshing, it's creamy, it has just enough sweetness to it where it's not overly sweet. It is just really decadent. Also has the Dole whips, the pineapple whip, and also the raspberry whip. Very, very nice for a hot summer's day. Here's another picture of the shop. You see the sandwich boards there with what Ralph has to offer with the shakes. He also has the to-go items there, the hand-packed ice cream, as well as some sundaes. and also some ice cream sandwiches. There they are, the beautiful ice cream sandwiches, all ready to go. The chocolate chip witches, as well as the vanilla flying saucers. And he also has, again, these great, amazing ice cream cakes. Graduation season is upon us. We're in full force now with that. Summer barbecues, we've got July 4th coming up in about a week and a half. Can't believe that is already upon us. Unbelievable. These delicious, pillowy, soft vanilla chocolate ice cream cakes. Absolutely spectacular for your barbecue needs. So once again, head on over towards the shop that is located at 22 North Avenue West in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. Find more information about Ralph and the shop at CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. All right, I see Johnny in the green room here this morning. I think we are ready to go. Let's see if this connection works. So let's send her to the Weather Center and Jon Rocco. Good morning, John.
Hey there, Don. Good morning to you. Good morning to everybody. Hope everyone's morning commute is going okay so far. I know we had a few problems out there tonight and probably this morning as well. Not too much in the way of weather concerns. We do have some clouds around the area yet again across the region this morning. Maybe a few showers off to the east, parts of Long Island and Connecticut. You may run into a few showers, but nothing widespread across the region. That'll change later on this evening. I'll talk about that in just a couple of minutes. Starting you off this morning with low and middle 60s for northern portions of the state, New Jersey here, upper 60s over toward Newark at about 68 degrees, 67 in Lakewood and Atlantic City, closer to 70 degrees down toward Cape May. Over toward New York City here in Great Kill, Staten Island, around the mid to upper 60s this morning. Same for Flatbush, Brooklyn, and Flushing, Queens, right around the mid 60s as well. Morris Park around 64, getting to about 66, 66 over there towards Hal's Kitchen in New York City. Westbury, Long Island, starting off in the low 60s, around 63, 64 degrees, around 62 over toward Islip, 61 is Shirley, 62 over toward Port Jefferson there on the northern side of Long Island, and in the Hudson River Valley, we're again starting off in the low 60s, 63 in Yonkers, 62 over toward Monroe, Poughkeepsie, at around 63 degrees. And as we move into western Connecticut, upper 50s there to start you off in Torrington, around 59, 62 there in Norwalk, Bridgeport, and New Haven, Danbury around 61, 61 over toward Hartford as well. So as we go into this afternoon, we have some cooler temperatures than where we should be definitely for this time of year on the first full day of summer. It's not going to feel like it yet again here. We have low and middle 70s across New Jersey, mid and upper 60s out toward parts of Long Island, as well as there in New Haven, Connecticut at around 68 degrees. So most of the day is dry, but later on this afternoon we'll have some showers in eastern areas, western Connecticut and Long Island. I'm talking about there. This afternoon we'll have some showers there. Those will be moving west into other parts of the region, New York City, New Jersey, Lower Hudson Valley, by the time we get into this evening and tonight, and then they will push west later on tonight and Thursday into parts of Pennsylvania where there are some flooding concerns. We have sort of a convergence of two air masses coming together there west of the Appalachians. There are some flooding concerns there. No flooding concerns here in New Jersey. The rain will be moving through pretty quickly here later on this evening, but they may come back again Thursday afternoon, and I'll talk about that more coming up in just a little bit, as well as the rest of any weather threats going into the beginning of next week. The good news is this summer is going to actually feel like summer, or this weekend is actually going to feel like summer with temperatures definitely warming up and getting a little bit hotter. So stick around for the 70 forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, John, and very good Wednesday morning to you. Glad we were able to connect all the wires and do the handshake there. So thank you very much. And John will be back in less than 30 minutes. Another check of your forecast, along with your exclusive 7-day forecast for the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, with that said, here this morning, let me bring in the maps because we want to head out to Queens here in the city. Now, we do have some issues here, and the first is going to be here on the westbound Grand Central, straight off the westbound side of the Northern State Parkway this morning. We are all loaded up into the Clearview Clearview. There was some emergency construction being reported in that location. I think that has now been cleared, but looks like we potentially may have a that's on Hillside Avenue. So it's still maybe out there, maybe closing up a lane. I thought it was cleared, but at this point, it looks like that is going to be a solid ride. Unfortunately, there are no cameras in that location at that juncture. Let's just see if the not Connecticut construction. Let's just see what that brings up here this morning. 8 Frankfurt Street, Jackie Robinson, FDR Drive, Boulevard, Carroll Street, just a lot going on here with construction. County, that's it. We'll do this here. That will help. Queens County. The roadway. Let's see. Oh, just a side note. Looks like I've got some leads here on fixing the Cadillac. So this car is such a rare car. That's the situation. And it's just trying to find parts for it. It's just crazy. That's going east here. Maine to Union Turnpike. Okay. That's overnight work. Jackie Robinson, west here. Van Wyck. Yeah. Yeah, between the Clearview, 2 left lanes of 3 closed until further notice. So there it is. Okay, so that's an active situation. I wish they would move. That's the one thing I wish they would do with the DOTs is that if it's a construction project and it's now turned from construction into an incident, I wish they would move it to the incident page. It's just a lot easier to find. So yeah, that is the problem. We've got just 1 lane open there. Coming in from Long Island. So that is the reason why the LIE is as heavy as it is from 39 straight in to the Clearview as people are trying to bail out of the Northern State Parkway this morning. So that is going to be the easier ride. I would imagine it's been a while since it's been out that way, but I'm thinking it's probably on that overpass that there is like this one little, not little, it's a fairly large overpass here that comes over the Clearview, because the Clearview ends here right at Hillside Avenue in the Grand Central. So it's could be a pothole of some type or whatnot, not quite sure. But all right. Oh, there's Alexandra. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Don. Another smooth commute across the board. Excellent. So you didn't get hit with any of those delays on NJ Transit there getting into the city. So that's good news for you. With the 20 minutes in and out here of Penn Station. So excellent to see. Thank you, Alexandra. Good morning and welcome to the show. So that is great. And again, Alexandra, I think your commute, hopefully for the rest of the summer will be a lot easier than it has been over the last couple of weeks. But, we will certainly be here to get you through it all. Okay, so we go back to Staten Island now here at 726. East on Staten Island Expressway, getting into Verrazano is heavy. It's not sun glare because there's too many clouds out there. Just a lot of volume. Straight onto the Gowanus, the typical drill there through Industry City, onto the BQE, across the top of the world, up to the Brooklyn Bridge. The Battery Tunnel, we're looking at maybe about 8-9 minutes or so. Southbound BQE has got some heavy traffic there into the Brooklyn Bridge and further up the line from Queens Boulevard across the Kosciuszko. But the lower East River crossings are fine. Midtown crossings about maybe not even 5 to 10 or so. So that is off to a decent start. Let's go down to the South Shore. Westbound belt is heavy here passing Kennedy. Also east in Brooklyn out by Bay Parkway. With some light congestion building just west of Plum Beach. The Van Wyck both ways into Hillside is a mess. Northbound Cross Island, just a solid ride from Sunrise Highway all the way up to Bayside Marina. Grand Central West, even once you pass the construction, is heavy into Q. And then heavier here along, obviously, the Jackie Robinson Parkway is quite a bit of traffic getting out to the Grand Central and The Van Wyck Expressway, LIE is heavy here from Casino Boulevard into Woodhaven Boulevard, and we'll make our way up to the Whitestone Expressway. Pretty busy here over by 14th. Was that 14th Avenue or Street? Always get them at 20th Avenue, I should say. Coming up into the Cross Island. Again, BQE is heavy at the Grand Central Merge. So is the westbound Grand Central. At LaGuardia, east side, it's just a delay here at the RFK, and then I'm starting to build a little light volume into 96th Street. The west side is good, just some steady moving traffic down from the George and 125th. Let's go to the Bronx now. We go to the crossings, Throgs Neck and Whitestone, maybe about 8-9 minutes there. Southbound Bruckner is heavy at the Bronx River Parkway. West on the Cross Bronx is heavy into 3rd. Bronx River Parkway, typical delays passing the Bronx Zoo, getting into Soundview. And then it looks like we may have a crash here on the Deegan out by Willis Avenue. So let's go to the cameras there if we can. Let me just zoom that out just a little bit. There we go. It makes things a little bit easier for navigation. Yeah, 7:29 now is our time. We'll do a little bit of a reset here in a moment. There it is at Willis. That northbound traffic heads away. That looks to be in fine order. Let's just come down here. I think there's only the one camera. Begin at the Triborough Bridge. West. All right, so I think this is going south. Corroborate with the map. Yeah, that's right in here. But anyway, it's a little slow there, and then the eastbound right off the George is heavy. Southbound Deegan is heavy from 230th down to the Cross Bronx, and then both ways of your Bruckner getting into the Hutch is going to be a sluggish ride. Let's do a quick check of transit before we hit the 7:30 half hour, and then we'll go out to Long Island. F train here local to Express. Running from Church Avenue to J Street Metro Check, or while we are investigating why your train's brakes activated near Carroll Street. The rails here this morning, Metro North, and those are the delays for Jervis Pascack Valley for New Jersey Transit with 20 minutes into and out of Penn in the city. Long Island Railroad is going to be looking good. All righty then. Good morning, and welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. 7:30 now is the time. Jon, your traffic jockey here in the traffic center. Keeping an eye on the roads and rails here on a cloudy Wednesday morning at 7:30, 67 degrees here in the traffic center. Meteorologist in training Jon Rocco will be along in 15 minutes with a check of your forecast and an exclusive look at that 7-day forecast for the Tri-State Traffic Show. I don't know if Alexander is still with us. If you are, just let me know what the lip sync looks like. It looks like the audio and the video are out of sync because I kind of see it on my end, and I'm just trying to do a little troubleshooting with this computer. I don't know whether it's my computer or it's the program I'm using, but if you just happen to be watching, just I saw that. If you could lend me a quick hand there and just let me know. All right, so this half hour is sponsored by Travels with Darley. Darley Newman is the proud owner, proprietor of Travels with Darley. Wonderful program on Amazon Prime, PBS Create. Same thing with Wonderum and Ovation TV's Journey. And if you're not familiar with Darley's program, there we go. We'll show you that. And so that's Darley Newman, and you can find more information on Darley at darley-newman.com. So very, very happy to have Darley on board. And Alexander says, no lip sync issues here on my end. So, okay, great. That's fantastic. That's what I want to see. I don't care really what it looks like on my end, just as long as on the users end there, things are looking good. Awesome, Alexandra. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All righty then. Let's see what we've got going on. So let's go back to our maps. Let me bring in my live banner here this morning. I'm playing anchor, engineer, and master control all in the same breath here. There we go. We've got that. So let's go back to the maps. And this is our transit page. So what we want to do is check in with Long Island now for our friends out of the island. Good morning to you. Let's check out this incident page, see if anything popped up. Nothing being reported, and I just took out my maps. So what am I doing, Smitty? Oh gosh, there we go. All right, let that populate. We will go to the maps as we go. All right, let's check this out in real time. So we've got both ways of the Southern State Parkway is heavy. It's not from exits 18 out through about 25 or so. West on the Southern State is heavy 109 in towards your Wantagh Parkway. Let's go out to Sunrise Highway, a little heavy here at the merge in Oakdale, Bohemia. But the LIE really doesn't look bad through Suffolk County. Just some minor pockets of delays from 60 over to 59 into 57 for Vets Highway, and then a little sluggish here at Deer Park Avenue. But really, that's about it, so it's possible Long Island schools are already out here. They're done for the year potentially, but we shall see. West on the LIE here at 135 is heavy, and then the northern is slow into 106, 107 out to the Wantagh, and then obviously our big delays here getting in to Queens. Stay with the LIE because all the lanes are open, but the westbound Grand Central at the Clearview, we've only got one lane open with emergency repairs, and that's backing things onto the northern all the way back to the connector. That's how heavy that is. So that's probably running at least another half an hour or maybe even longer than that, half an hour plus or so this morning. Let's head out to the East End. And again, it's just the way the roadway is set up here. It's certainly not weather related as far as the weather being good this morning. So cloudy there. Hampton Bay, Shinnecock Hills, Tuckahoe, kind of normal stuff. And then when you get into Watermill, it's a little bit slow as well. So definitely give yourself some additional travel time, as we say in the traffic biz. Let's go up to Connecticut now here at 7:34. Let's check out the vibe here in the Constitution State. See what we got. Anything cooking up this morning? We've got delays on the Merritt 4935. That's obvious there, and then 95 is heavy. 27 through 11, and then 9 through 5. Interesting why they will put that up there when that's rolled into this delay here, but I digress. I digress for the first time this morning. So yeah, this is pretty much the snapshot of your Connecticut life here for the morning ride. It is pretty much the song remains the same. It just this is the way it is. I feel like I quoted about 3 songs in there. The way it is. Bruce Hornsby in the Range. The song remains the same. Is that Led Zeppelin? I think. Oh, my buddy Ricky Holmes there would know that. He's a big rock and roll aficionado. So there are your delays: Trumbull, Fairfield, Westport. So it was 95 Bridgeport, Fairfield into Westport into Darien. So again, our normal stuff there, Route 7, 8, and 25 is good. Milford Parkway connector, we are in good shape. Set up to 84 West into Brewster. Typical drill there through Newtown. Danbury is fine. Waterbury looks good. Thomaston along 8 in Litchfield County on 202. Traffic is off to a nice looking start. Let's go to Lower Westchester now, and we'll give you the details. Even the Hutch is good. Just a little backed up here getting to Weaver Street, and then south from 287. New England Thruway 287 is quiet as well. So it's possible schools in Westchester may have finished up for the season. 287 east of exit about 1 through 5. We are in the green. So usually at this point, we're starting to see some red, but right now, nothing. Southbound on the Thruway from Rockland to Westchester, pretty heavy here at 14 and 13 into 12, and then heavy onto the span of the Cuomo Tappan Z. 202 Palisades is fine. Thruway looks great. So does the Thruway here, 84 across the Beacon Bridge, and we'll make our way over towards Route 6. 684 a little slow into Katona, but what else is new there? I'm seeing some delays along Route 6, so I'm going to call up our Hudson Valley incident page, see if anything was going on there. Maybe it's weather related. We had a decent shot of rain last night. 684 Bedford shoulder is out, and then south along 82 in Dutchess, south of town of Stamford and Stanford, town Washington line. One lane, maybe of one lane blocked, so maybe everything's shut there. But what the deal is here, 6 heading out towards Bear Mountain Bridge. So Doodletown, is that a cool name? Doodletown, right? So that should be the Google Doodle, right? Is Doodletown. So I'm going to go south along Route 6 or east. I forget which way that's branded. I think it's north-south. Getting out to 202 is just a little bit slow here this morning through the ride out to the Bear Mountain State Park. So look for that. 84 in Port Jervis. That is off to a good start. We will go. Let's see, where do we want to go here at 7:38? So Connecticut, Hudson Valley, playing par here for the course. Maybe, maybe slightly one or two over par here, but yeah, nothing really out of the ordinary. But so here at 7:38. Again, we're up on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter here this morning. I was listening to the news, as I always do, early in the morning on the radio. CBS News Radio 880 for the morning show there. Great stuff if you're interested in just the headlines and just what's going on, nice snapshot of it. Anyway, so they were talking about President Biden today is going to officially announce his recommendation for the federal gas tax to be on a holiday for the next 3 months. So I guess I don't know when that would take place, maybe July 1st until October 1st or September or some type. But, they're trying to get that in there because the Congress goes on their summer break probably at the end of next week, getting into the 4th of July weekend. And I think that's it until September or so. And then obviously all of the Congress, or just at least the House of Representatives, they're all up for re-election here in the midterm, so they'll be out campaigning for the summer. But anyway, just let me know what you think about the federal gas tax. And I think it's 17 or 18 cents that will be suspended. So if we take 18 cents off the top of what you're paying now. Here in New Jersey, it's come down to like $4.99, $4.89 in certain areas. You take 18 cents off of that. So what is that, $4.71 or so? Hey, look, every little bit helps, but I got a feeling on the back end we're going to pay for it as well. I think here in New Jersey, trying to take out the gas tax for a holiday is a lot more complicated. There's a lot more moving parts than in some other states. And I just think it's the legislation, the way things are written, because we also have that transportation trust fund that has to be maintained at a certain level every year. And that gets reassessed. I want to say it gets reassessed in October, November, that time frame. More than likely, it probably gets, assessed after the election, because that's certainly probably something that elected officials don't want to get involved with if that has to go up. But nonetheless, I think it's sometime in the fall when that gets reassessed, and it has to, maintain a certain level, which has been interesting over the last 2 years, with obviously traffic being down at the beginning of the pandemic, and things were a lot slower. So, let me know what you think there in the comments. If you think these gas tax holidays are a good thing, in the short term, it certainly will be a good thing, because look, there's a lot of people struggling out there. There's no question about it, with these higher prices on absolutely everything that you do. About the only thing that's free is the air that you breathe at this point. So, and who knows, somebody would probably come up with some kind of a tax to go ahead and tax the air you breathe, right? But certainly every little bit helps, but it's just a matter of the gas stations go ahead and just jack up the prices 18 cents just to cover their losses. If it is that, we'll see what happens, but let me know in the comments, what you think. Let's go back to New Jersey here for the next couple of minutes. We'll reassess the situation. We've got Route 1 here in the Lawrence area. Looks like we got a crash being reported there. That's crash on Route 1 north at 295. We have this overturned truck on 55 in Vineland. Everything is shut there. This down utility pole is really screwing the ride up here this morning in Sayreville. Again, this is out of the ordinary, and this is the morning flow of traffic as far as, the way it goes for the morning ride. So as you get into Ernston Road, you do see it here. Look how heavy this is. And we thank our friends over at DOT for this great camera shot this morning. So fantastic job here, guys. You see the two right lanes are shut as you come in towards the Garden State Parkway and in the Ernston Road area. Yes, Maplewood. Beautiful. Yes, indeed. And we also have this delay on the turnpike going south on the inner lanes, the car lanes just south of interchange 9. They're still doing that repair. I think that's kind of a protracted type repair this morning. I think that the repair it's being done on Route 9 here, it's certainly not at the Ernston Road overpass. It's outright, I was about ready to say, out by the Wawa this morning, the new Wawa that they put in there. So it's right in here, just kind of opposite where the McDonald's is. And let's see, McDonald's, the Speedway, and Bourbon Street out here this morning. So that is going to be on Route 9 as you get into the Wawa area. That's where that's where the construction is being done. And now you can start to see a little bit here on Bordentown Avenue into Ernston Road, starting to get a little heavier now as some of our folks further south maybe making their way over to Bordentown Avenue, trying to avoid the delays along Route 9 here this morning. So it's one of our big top stories at this hour. All right. So let's see what we've got here. Let's see what else we've got. I thought I saw a couple other things still cooking there. So that's a major problem. So I wish there was a camera that was a little bit further to the north. This vehicle fire on Route 1 is still being tended to as well, which I think is now gone because it was right in here up by Riders Lane. So that is out of the way for us. And could Google Maps get any slower in putting up the names of the maps? Okay, I digress. So that is gone along Route 1. This will update here any second. Let's just give it the old refresh. And that is gone. That is still there. This is still there north through 87 to Route 78 east. The exit 21 is shut there off those local lanes, the outer roadway, if you want to call it that. Again, 55 is shut south in Vineland. Let's go to this northbound crash on Route 1 at 295 because we're coming up to Johnny here and the Weather Center in just a moment. Let's see what this camera can see, if it's even working. So that's still on 295. Actually seeing a little bit of a peak of sun coming through there. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, a little sunnier here in Mercer County. This is out by Baker's Basin Road. So unfortunately, the camera is not. Let's see if it's backing things up here at Baker's Basin at 295 now. So it's a little bit slow exiting there. So it's right at the interchange. I'm surprised DOT didn't move this camera here on because the camera is actually located on Route 1, but this is 295. This is south. That's north 295. So just be mindful of that for my Mercer County viewers here this morning. All right. So with that said, we are here at 7:45 now. Let's dial up Jon Rocco here in the Weather Center. John's giving me the high sign that he is ready to go. So without further ado, well, let's head it over to the Weather Center and Jon Rocco. Good morning, John.
Hey there, Don. Good morning to you and good morning to all of our viewers. This morning we left off with your weather threats here just about a half hour ago. We have a few spotty showers to talk about for later on today and then again on Thursday. But Friday and the weekend so far look pretty good and we're going to get hotter as well. Let's hope I could talk a little bit better this segment than last time here. But this morning we're starting off with some more clouds across the tri-state area, maybe a few showers here and there out toward Long Island and parts of Connecticut as well. So for your morning commute temperatures here, we're in the low to middle 60s for northern New Jersey, mid and upper 60s, closer to 70 here down toward central and southern portions of the state this morning. Those clouds helping to keep temperatures a little bit on the milder side than in previous mornings. New York City, again, mid and upper 60s, 66 over toward Great Kill, 66 in Flatbush, around 64 to 66 over in Morris Park in the Bronx. As we go out toward Long Island, a few degrees cooler here, but still mild in the low to middle 60s, 62 out toward Islip, around 63, 64 degrees for Westbury, Huntington, around 62 to 64 degrees. as well. And moving into the Hudson River Valley here, 63 to about 66 in Poughkeepsie, 62, 63-degree range over toward Patterson, 63 to 66 over toward the Yonkers area. And as we go into western Connecticut, upper 50s toward the higher elevations of Torrington, low to middle 60s elsewhere across the state on this Wednesday morning. And as we take a look at the forecast for today, we have low to middle 70s for New Jersey, areas further east in Islip and New Haven, a little bit cooler there, mid and upper 60s, with some showers there by the afternoon hours. They'll make their way westward into New Jersey by this evening and tonight, and then, like I said before, further west for overnight tonight and into Thursday. But some of those showers, a little spotty in nature, I think, moving eastward across the region for Thursday afternoon. So be on the lookout for some afternoon showers. That should be for Thursday. And then we'll warm it up into the mid and upper 80s, probably looking at low 90s as well by this weekend. And then we look for the next chance for some showers and storms on Monday. Some guidance has been hinting on that for the past few days, so we'll be keeping an eye on that. Have a great day, everybody. Drive safe. And it's Wednesday, so we're getting there. We're getting closer to Friday. Stick around for more updates coming up in just a little bit.
That we are, Johnny. Thank you, sir. And John will be back again with another check of the forecast in less than 30 minutes. So this half hour is sponsored by Travels with Darley. Darley Newman is the proud owner, proprietor, host, producer, and wearer of all hats. And when I say hats, she has an extensive, amazing hat collection. I feel like that should be a show in itself of how many cool hats that Darley has. So Travels with Darley is the program. You can watch it on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonderum, and on Ovation TV's Journey. You can get more information at darley-newman.com. Darley takes you all around the world. And little Lisa Stansfield for you, right? From 1990. Great song, great artist. Lisa Stansfield's fantastic. If you ever get a chance to get on YouTube and look up Lisa Stansfield or Ronnie Scott's in London, it's the whole concert's on YouTube. Just phenomenal, unbelievable. I wonder what she's up to these days, if she's touring or any of that fun stuff, any new releases. That'd be great to see. But anyway, I digress. Travels with Darley again takes you all around the world, all around the United States, everywhere to be found. And she tells you all the greatest places to vacation, gets for even just historical purposes, a lot of great information, best ways to eat, drink, and have a lot of fun. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Darley, let's show you a little sample of Travels with Darley, and this is from season 2. Enjoy.
When you travel with the locals, you never know what you'll discover or get into.
The mountain's 27,000 acres.
Whoa, how do you find the sheep?
Particular favorite, the chili and garlic.
Ooh.
You just know you're in for a good time and memories to last a lifetime. From the Beatles' hometown of Liverpool to the Bronte sisters' parsonage on the wild moors, music, literature, food, and fantastic people are our travel inspiration.
There has to be some level that whenever people leave here, there's some sense of responsibility.
Oh, I couldn't exist without these girls.
We're really like a old-fashioned small town that happens to be located in a city.
That's just a little sample of Travels with Darley. Again, darley-newman.com. You can find any and all information about the program, PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonderum, and Ovation TV's Journey. We thank Darley for being the proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so we're here at 7:52 now. Let's get back into the action, shall we? I want to head back to the maps, and we'll give you the update here on 55 in Vineland. That is still shut down south of Route 56. That's exit 32A and B. That's with a flipped over tractor trailer. Is it overturned or jackknife? Let's just see. Overturned truck. So it's not a tractor trailer, it's a truck at this point. So it's an overturned truck southbound just as you come into the Vineland area south of exit 32. All right, so we got another problem here. This is south of the Parkway in Cranford. 136 center lane out of service there with debris. 21 at Miller Street. It's McCarter Highway. 2 left lanes are shut there in Newark. Again, in Newark, that's southbound at Miller Street. Let's just see if there is a camera here this morning. New Jersey really just jumping off the screens here the last couple of mornings. Hopefully, once school gets out, we'll settle down just a bit. But again, these aren't school-related issues. This is McCarter. The McCarter Highway cameras don't seem to populate terribly well, but you can see we are back. The delay gets back through just about, let's just see here now, Cherry Street or so. That's a fairly heavy ride. Definitely a busy ride through Market Street this morning. Heading out to really from the Prudential Center south is really tied up with this collision. And let's go to the maps here. We'll come out of Vineland. Again, the rest of South Jersey is fine. 55 at 42 is busy. So is the 295 interchange in the Deptford area. Parkway all throughout Ocean County is fantastic. Again, even some of the schools may have wrapped up their season here in Monmouth and Ocean counties yesterday. South along the Turnpike is heavy, getting in towards just south of interchange down to the car lanes. And then this Route 9 disaster from south of 34 now. Heading up in towards Ernston Road, out by the Wawa. Literally, it looks like it's almost right in front of the Wawa, doing some kind of an emergency construction here this morning. It looks like down utility pole, was that? Down pole here this morning, yeah. So we got at least 2 lanes blocked in that location. We saw the cameras there. Parkway across the Driscoll is good. 287 a little heavy in Edison. Same thing up through Piscataway this morning. East along 78, pretty busy here at the 287 interchange. We still have the ramp to Route 78 still shut down north along 287, but the rest of 78 is good. Here is the Parkway going north, again heading north from 135 and 136. Is a little bit slow, but they were saying the debris was going south. So it's maybe some rubbernecking delays. I don't know. It could be, I don't know, maybe it's a mattress. I'm thinking it's got to be big enough for someone to see what the situation is there. The situation. Let's go over towards the Parkway cameras. Maybe the camera 130 by the Clark maintenance area maybe would turn it around. They would upgrade this camera because it looks like, or somebody needs to go clean the lens. Can't even see anything. So this is north again. This is north on the left. If they were to turn the camera the other way, maybe they would be able to see what it is. But again, we usually see volume through this area, so there's nothing out of the ordinary. But I think it's a little bit more extraordinary there because of whatever that debris is. Closing up the center lane. West on 78 is heavy. West of the Parkway is busy. North on the Parkway through the long-term construction at 140 is busy. Turnpike is crowded into 14 out of 13A. East on the Bay Extension is heavy. Again, truck routes 1 and 9, pretty solid ride there between Kearney and Jersey City. Same thing on 19 getting off there. 280 both ways at the Stickle Drawbridge is going to be a slow go. And then west on 24 also is a fairly heavy ride. What else is new there? Getting just west of the mall at Short Hills this morning. And then east on 80, seeing some volume at Rockaway, east of Route 15. Then coming into Parsippany is pretty busy as well. Parkway, typical delays both ways at 147 to 150. Turnpike east from Western Spurs, they are good. 21 here. Coming up in towards Route 20 is busy. So is westbound 80 at Route 20. That's a solid ride. Then 46 Route 3, that whole interchange is starting to crowd up just a little bit. 17 at Essex Street and Lodi, typical delays there. South along 208. That is going to be a little bit sluggish as well out through about Fairlawn Avenue this morning by the Bolero. Bolero. What is this? Is this Maple Avenue or Fairlawn? It's Maple Avenue. Yeah, okay. So a little bit slow there heading south here this morning. Through Wyckoff and Franklin Lakes is looking good. Really no major backups there. So that is in good shape, even over towards the Oakland area. Say congratulations to the class of 2022 at Ramapo High School right here. They are graduating today. Hopefully the rain will hold off and they can have a wonderful graduation for the class of 2022. I know the teachers are extremely happy that the season is over finally. But I digress. I don't want to get myself into trouble. There's only a certain amount of people who really understand what I just mentioned there, but we'll keep it that way. Let's go over to our Hudson River crossings now as we come up to the top of the 8 o'clock hour. We will reset things because I have to go back into Queens for some issues there. About a half an hour, 35 minutes on average at the George, about 40 at the Lincoln, and about 25 or so at the Holland Tunnel. Let's give you the update here with transit. Let's see, NJ Transit mobile app currently experiencing technical issues with purchasing tickets. While we work to restore the service, no onboard penalties will be assessed. We apologize for the inconvenience. Okay. Let's just see. The tickets still up to 20-minute delays into and out of Penn because of a broken down Amtrak train near Newark, again, near Newark Penn Station. So definitely look for that here this morning. All right. So we're coming up on 7:58. And what did I do? I hit the wrong button. There we go. The buttons. Let's do a quick observation check here. The fresh list for the temperatures and so forth have come in. We've got EWR overcast and 69. Central Park was about an hour old at 66. LaGuardia, Kennedy coming in 65, 63, 68 in Trenton, and 67 in Teterboro. So, and 70 in Somerville. So definitely a lot warmer start here, except for the island, into the low 60s, 63, 61, and 63 in Islip. Let's go towards the list in South Jersey. We'll run down the numbers for you. PIA mostly cloudy at 70. Allentown, Lehigh Valley at 65 this morning, and Reading Regional coming in at 70, partly cloudy with some haze. Now, again, in Mercer County, we did see just a couple brief peaks of sunshine there coming through the clouds. Some rain fog mist here at Sikorsky and Bridgeport at 60. Westchester County coming in at 63. Tweed, New Haven at 63. And again, the humidity is just sky high. So certainly not that nice refreshing feel as we saw earlier in the week, or at least this weekend, which was just absolutely stunning. Let's check in with our friends in Monticello here. 59, fog and mist, so they're a little warmer than they were the last couple of days. Orange County Airport at 64, Stewart coming in at 64, and Poughkeepsie at 64 as well. And then we will send down to Cape May, show you the southern coastline. Wildwood, Cape May County Airport, 71. So again, it's a kind of it's a muggy, sticky feel to the start. Dover Air Force Base at 66, and Mount Holly coming in at 71 now. And let's go out to the East End, home of the G-Man. We'll go out to Montauk Airport at 61 degrees, and that humidity at 93%. Block Island coming in at 60. All right, so that's just a little kind of weather whip around here this morning. We thank you so much for dialing us up here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Good morning, everybody. Jon, your traffic jockey here in the driver's seat for your morning commute on a Wednesday morning, and it's fairly busy yet again. I don't think we'll see any relief possibly until maybe next week again, when if all the schools are out by next week. We should see the volume being a little bit lighter than what we've seen this week. So let's go over to our sponsor here for this half hour. We thank Darley for the sponsorship of the 7:30 half hour. That is going to be my buddy Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. We thank Ralph for being a proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show in this 8 o'clock half hour. Thank you so much for giving your support to the show. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is where you can find information about Ralph and the shop located in beautiful downtown Cranford. So 8:02 now is our time, 68 degrees and cloudy. Just some of the traffic headlines here this morning. New Jersey Transit up to 20 minutes late into and out of New York's Penn. That's because of an Amtrak train is broken down out by Newark Penn Station. Get that right, but it's delayed back through New York's Penn Station. Up to 20 minutes there, and the mobile app is having some issues on NJ Transit. Also, we have northbound Route 9 in Sayreville. We've got a couple of lanes shut down out by the Wawa just before you get up to the Parkway by Ernston Road. That is emergency construction. emergency construction west on the Grand Central as well. Heading out to the Clearview, that's a little bit tied up. It was a lot tied up coming out of Long Island because of the situation there this morning with that emergency repair being done. With that said, I think that is where we shall start here this morning on the westbound Grand Central. So let me bring in the maps here this morning. And again, programming note, we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Please go ahead and leave a comment. We saw Alexandra this morning. She is joining us as she always does here each and every morning. We thank her so much for the support. And please subscribe, like the channel if you can. It certainly helps us out here in the traffic center. We're already at episode 32. Is that unbelievable or what? Cannot believe that we're at episode 32. It's been very, very fun, very interesting here this first 30 days or so, if you want to call it that, or a little more than that. And I appreciate all the support, and we're just going to keep on going here and try to get as many subscribers as we can to watch the program. Hopefully we can get into the YouTube algorithm to get the program out to a lot more people. And if anybody in the audience knows of how to do that or what some tips are, certainly I'm open to all suggestions here for the program. All right, so west on the Grand Central, it's right here at the Clearview Expressway. That is the area in question with only one lane getting by, and you can see what that is doing to traffic. Look at this. Let's put it back to the northern state. And this is all the way back to the connector. So now the variable message signs are up in effect here this morning along the LIE, and I'm sure onto the Meadowbrook and the Wantagh, probably diverting traffic here onto the LIE connector. That's where the LIE is heavy here from exit 39 straight over to the Queens line. And yeah, that is just a multi-mile mess coming into that location. Even from the Cross Island, you know, the northbound delay is there from Sunrise Highway, but it's obviously extra heavy here as some can't even get off here onto the westbound Grand Central. I wish the camera was working in that spot. Well, it is working, but it's not in the right spot, I should say. But, you know, after that, you're fine. Coming out of Oakland Gardens, coming into Kew Gardens. But this is really the tough spot here this morning. And then just our kind of typical delays starting to thin out a little bit sooner here. Just some heavy delays on the Verrazano because the Gowanus is all backed up into the BQE. That's normal there. Bell Parkway both ways to Cropsey Avenue is a little bit heavy, but through the Queens Brooklyn border here, Cross Bay through Powdergate Basin onward to Rockaway Parkway, that is fine. West, a little bit heavy here at the airport, certainly seen worse. Both ways of the Van Wyck at Hillside Avenue is heavy. We'll take a look at our Midtown crossings now, about 20 minutes or so at the Midtown Tunnel. That's, yeah, about 10 or so at the Queensboro Bridge, about maybe 8 to 10 at the Battery Tunnel. Williamsburg, Brooklyn Bridge, and Manhattan Bridge are moving along relatively nicely, under about 5 minutes or so. East side is heavy here, coming down the FDR Drive. West side is pretty busy here. This east side is delayed out to 125th. North on the Whitestone Expressway is heavy into the Cross Island. Again, typical delays, Grand Central passing LaGuardia. Over to the Bronx, westbound Cross Bronx, we are slow here into the Bronx River Parkway. Both ways, the Deegan is heavy out by Yankee Stadium. Both ways, the Bruckner on that elevated section getting into the Hunts Point Drawbridge. What else is new? South on the Throgs again to Queens is busy. Whitestone maybe has a little more to give there coming off the Hutch. I think I like the Whitestone better into Queens out of the Bronx. Bronx River Parkway is beginning to thin it out a little bit. Same thing on the Deegan. We're back to only about 230th Street here this morning. So yeah, kind of our normal drill across the board. Let's just bring up the city incident page just in case I missed something. I don't think I did. That's just the RFK Tri-Borough. Let's go to Long Island now. Check in there. West on Sunrise Highway, Connecticut Avenue. I almost want to say Connecticut Avenue, but it's not. It's Connecticut. Told that many times by Long Island natives. That's west on Sunrise, Carlton Avenue. I think there may be a camera there, so why not? Let's go take a look at that. Nice highway at Connecticut Avenue. Carlton Avenue. Anybody know famous Carlton? Thinking of one. Whole backstory behind that. If anybody is watching in the audience here this morning, I think it's off into the distance here. Oh, this is west. That's going east. So, which way was that crash? I thought it was going west, but let's see here. Westbound. Okay. Carlton Avenue. Let's see if this shows any. Ah, there she is. Khan said about Kirk and Star Trek 2. Ah, there she is. Enterprise moving into position. So again, the shoulder is taken out, but again, everyone's slowing down to stop and look and do that whole rubberneck and drill there. But yeah, so that's a bit of a heavy ride there. If anybody can tell me the famous TV Carlton, well, there's actually two of them. There's really two of them. So I'll give major points to guess the one that I first was thinking of, and then the second one came to mind. But I'll give you the answers here shortly. Let's see. Here. Well, okay. Let's go here to Nassau County. See how slow this deal is. The Deal. Two occasions. Great song. That's the northern at Lakeville. That's west heading away. That's heavy. You know what? Maybe Inform has got the cameras here on the Grand Central at the cross eye. No. Hello, love. Little Ron Lundy coming at you. So there is the road work. Yahtzee. So they're saying the left lane is shut, but that's okay. So two lanes are open here. Just before Hillside Avenue and the Clearview. So we finally found the road work that's been screwing traffic up for the last couple of hours here, and who knows what the situation is here. Not Mike the situation, but the situation. Going west on the Grand Central. Wow, that is stacked and packed. Let's show you the camera here this morning. Oh, that is no. All right, what's this? Oh, there it is. There it is. There she is. Video not available. Damn it. So this is literally like right at the exit this is the exit here for the Clearview. Wow, wonder what happened there. I don't know. This is on an overpass, so maybe it was like a sinkhole or something. I'm not sure what the deal is there, but so two lanes are shoved. That was just the merge into the center lane to get you over from the far left lane. Wow, that is a big time mess. I want to thank my friends over at Inform for the great shots here this morning. I knew that the Inform had cameras here on the Grand Central. I just thought of it, just like I thought of the two Carltons that I was thinking of. So again, we'll leave this on this picture for a minute. So the two Carltons I was thinking of, the first one was from the old sitcom Rhoda with Valerie Harper. Carlton was the doorman, the guy you never saw, but you only heard his voice through the speaker when she would hit the button at the front door to let somebody in, or he would buzz in from downstairs in her New York apartment. So Carlton, the doorman from Rhoda, was the first one. And major extra points if you know the voice and where you've heard that from. I'll just tell you. It's Lorenzo Music is his name. He's also I'm not sure if he's still alive, but he was a big director and so forth, TV and producer and things like that. Again, you never saw Carlton on Rhoda. You only heard his voice, but the voice is so familiar because he was also the voice of Garfield the cat from the animated series Garfield. So that's Lorenzo Music was the first Carlton I was thinking of, and the second Carlton probably more famous, I would imagine, for most is obviously Alfonso Ribeiro in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and the Carlton Dance, right? So those are the two Carltons that I was thinking of. Just about Carlton Avenue, as I digress here at 812, as we're looking at just the bacchanal of traffic on the westbound side of your Grand Central Parkway this morning. Let's go over to the LIE. Let's just see how bad that is, which obviously we know it's bad because, yeah, this is coming in from the Cross Island Parkway. And yep, there it is, the CIP. That's just a mess early this morning. So yeah, this is unfortunately what we are dealing with here, getting off of the island. Again, there's really not, if you're watching us, let's say in Mineola or Westbury, you can stay with Hillside Avenue, Jericho Turnpike. It's obviously with a ton of traffic lights and so forth and blah, 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 blah. So 25B, I thought was Hillside Avenue. Come on. It is Hillside Avenue. I knew it was right. I used to take Hillside Avenue out of Long Island when I worked in Woodbury. And because the Grand Central, the Northern State, this was just all jammed leaving at 6:15 in the morning. So I would stay with Hillside Avenue, take that all the way out here to the very beginning of the Clearview Expressway. I think this is where it merges with 25. I think there was a school over here or whatever, and it just seemed like it was always, especially during the fall, it was always just like, oh, the school's just starting their session, and you just got hammered in school bus traffic trying to get on because I was going for the Clearview at that point to head up into the Bronx to the George Washington Bridge. But yeah, wow, that is just a mess, an absolute mess. I almost feel like if you're up in this area in Westbury and Garden City up through Mineola and Williston Park, you may even be better. You may even save yourself more time if you, dare I say, take the Meadowbrook south and then head west on the southern state. You'll see a little bit of a delay here, but then you are clean and green all the way out to here. It really just depends on where you go, because then if you're trying to go north on the Cross Island, you really have nowhere to go. All right, with that said, we're coming up on 8:15. I want to hit the sponsor, and Johnny is waiting in the weather center. Let me just take a quick check of Connecticut, make sure there is no major accidents here, just normal delays. So I guess in some ways that is good news here this morning. So let's do this. Thank you so much for watching. 8:15 is our time. Let me see if I can queue up Johnny here. John is saying yes, he is ready to go. All right, so we will send it over to the weather center. Actually, first, let me change the banner. We are having weather provided by our good friend, Mr. Jon Rocco. You can follow him on Twitter, as you see it at the bottom of the screen, at Jon Rocco, JONROCCOWX, on Twitter and Facebook for the forecast. He is a meteorology student over at Rutgers University, our meteorologist in training, as I call Johnny. And he is so grateful. I'm so grateful for him providing the forecast, that it adds just a ton of dimension to the broadcast in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. So with that said, John, good morning to you. Let's send it over to the weather center. Good morning, Johnny.
Hey there, Don. Good morning to you. Good morning to everybody. Hope everyone's morning commute is going okay so far. I know we had a few problems out there tonight and probably this morning as well. Not too much in the way of weather concerns. We do have some clouds around the area yet again across the region this morning. Maybe a few showers off to the east, parts of Long Island and Connecticut. You may run into a few showers, but nothing widespread across the region. That'll change later on this evening. I'll talk about that in just a couple of minutes. Starting you off this morning with low and middle 60s for northern portions of the state, New Jersey here, upper 60s over toward Newark at about 68 degrees, 67 in Lakewood and Atlantic City, closer to 70 degrees down toward Cape May. Over toward New York City here in Great Kill, Staten Island, around the mid to upper 60s this morning. Same for Flatbush, Brooklyn, and Flushing, Queens, right around the mid 60s as well. Morris Park around 64, getting to about 66 over there towards Hell's Kitchen in New York City. Westbury, Long Island, starting off in the low 60s, around 63, 64 degrees. around 62 over toward Islip. 61 is Shirley. 62 over toward Port Jefferson there on the northern side of Long Island. And in the Hudson River Valley, we're again starting off in the low 60s, 63 in Yonkers, 62 over toward Monroe, Poughkeepsie at around 63 degrees. And as we move into western Connecticut, upper 50s there to start you off in Torrington, around 59, 62 there in Norwalk, Bridgeport, and New Haven, Danbury around 61, 61 over toward Hartford as well. So as we go into this afternoon, we have some cooler temperatures than where we should be definitely for this time of year on the first full day of summer. It's not going to feel like it yet again here. We have low middle 70s across New Jersey, mid and upper 60s out toward parts of Long Island, as well as there in New Haven, Connecticut at around 68 degrees. So most of the day is dry, but later on this afternoon we'll have some showers in eastern areas, western Connecticut and Long Island. I'm talking about there. This afternoon we'll have some showers there. Those will be moving west into other parts of the region, New York City, New Jersey, lower Hudson Valley, by the time we get into this evening and tonight. And then they will push west later on tonight and Thursday into parts of Pennsylvania where there are some flooding concerns. We have sort of a convergence of two air masses coming together there west of the Appalachians. There are some flooding concerns there. No flooding concerns here in New Jersey. The rain will be moving through pretty quickly here later on this evening, but they may come back again Thursday afternoon, and I'll talk about that more coming up in just a little bit, as well as the rest of any weather threats going into the beginning of next week. The good news is the summer is going to actually feel like summer, or this weekend is actually going to feel like summer with temperatures definitely warming up and getting a little bit hotter. So stick around for the 70 forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, John, and thank you so much for the great job there in the Weather Center. We'll check in with you in less than about 30 minutes again for the last and final check of our weather here on the Tri-State Traffic Show and that exclusive 7-day forecast. And you can follow John on Twitter at Jon Rocco, JONROCCOWX, as well as onto Facebook. Johnny has a Facebook page as well. So let's talk to you about the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, shall we? They are the proud sponsors of this half hour of the Tri-State Traffic Show. There's a look of the shop here, and go over and say hello to my good friend Ralph in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272-3000 is Ralph's phone number, and has some of the best handmade, homemade ice cream anywhere to be found. Just absolutely delicious stuff. Let's bring in the website here. We'll show you. Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, obviously those core three. You can't have an ice cream shop without those three, right? So he also has Bananas Foster, which is an award-winning ice cream, Cappuccino Crunch, Oreo Cheesecake, M&M Explosion, Black Raspberry, Cherry Vanilla, and Cookie Monster, and Party Cake. Just another crowd favorite, one of my favorites, my nephew's favorite as well. Holy Cannoli, Cotton Candy, and Vanilla Chocolate Super Crunch. So again, has their litany of it's an amazing lineup of great ice cream. So now let's talk to you about these cakes. He has these amazing, all occasion cakes, but really birthday cakes. And with that said, I want to say happy birthday to my mom. So happy birthday, Mom, here on this June the 22nd. Classic birthday cakes here, large sheet cake up to 30 to 40 people, and also a small round serves about 7 to 8 people. So a delicious, pillowy, soft vanilla chocolate ice cream cake is the way to go. We have the graduations, obviously, has been mentioning here the last couple of days or so, as most schools are wrapping up the season at this week, maybe into next week for some, but I don't think so. I think pretty much everything's gonna be done by Friday. A lot of graduation parties this weekend, next weekend, 4th of July. Perfect complement to your dessert bar on your for your barbecue. These beautiful, wonderful cakes here. Again, give Ralph a call to place your order. The earlier, the better. And he also has these amazing cupcakes that are vanilla cupcakes with vanilla ice cream on top. Also the Oreo pie, Heath bar pie, and then the ice cream sandwiches here, the flying saucers and chip wishes are an absolute decadent little treat for your summertime barbecue. Summertime. Was that was DJ Jazzy Jeff, right? Yeah, classic flying saucers and chip witches. Just a great treat there. Also has the blood orange, lemon, and peach mango sorbet. So you know what? Let's just show Ralph. The only picture I have is my buddy Ralph there. There he is. One of the hardest working people I know. He is there, 12, 14, 18 hours a day during the summer. This is his season. It basically almost follows the baseball season for the most part. But Ralph has been in business. This is his 13th season out of the borough of Queens, and had a long retail career before opening up the shop. And just an amazing guy, and really is, just like I said, one of the hardest working people that I know. So go over and say hello to Ralph in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey. Tell him I sent you, and where you can find them is on 22 North Avenue West here in beautiful Cranford. He is open from 12 to 9:30 Monday through Thursday until 10 Friday, Saturday until 9 o'clock on Sunday. And there is the shop. It's along Route 28, which is a state highway. So if that'll come up in your GPS, don't worry, it's the same thing as North Avenue. Again, 908-272-3000 is his phone number. Head to the website, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com, and follow him on Instagram and Facebook. All right. So with that said, let's go back into our mess of traffic here. And this, again, couple top stories working for us west along the Grand Central. That emergency road work there at the Clearview leaves only one lane open, and just a mess of traffic. Both the northern state and the LIE is getting hit hard, I should say. Let's go up into Connecticut. I don't want to leave our friends out here this morning. Anna, thank you. There she is. Buenos dias. My daughter graduated yesterday from high school, moving slowly this morning after a long project graduation. Yeah, I can imagine that. Congratulations to your daughter. Yes, let's give some applause there for Anna's daughter there, graduated. Very, very nice. Class of 2022. It's so hard to even, I just can't fathom class of 2022. It's crazy, right? But congratulations, Anna, to your daughter. And yeah, those project graduations have been many, 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 many of those with the TV stations locally that we cover those, and they can be a long evening, especially if it rains. Oh, it's the worst. But anyway, so may need to get some of those delicious desserts for my daughter's graduation party. Yes, please do. Tell Ralph that I sent you. Absolutely. Head into Cranford, maybe about less than a half an hour from where you are in Monmouth County, just straight up the Parkway, get off at exit 137. And then that is going to be North Avenue, and you go 28 West, and that'll take you right into downtown Cranford. Literally, it puts you right in front of the shop. And absolutely tell Ralph that I sent you. Absolutely. Ask for him by name. If he's in the back, just ask some of the folks on the counter. Just tell him you wanted to say hello, and he saw it on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Ralph will take care of you. All right, so we go to Connecticut now. Merritt Parkway is still pretty heavy through Trumbull, but even this, I think, is going to thin out here shortly. South on the Turnpike, or south on 95 is heavy from about exit 18 and down through about exit 6, but through Bridgeport, we'll put it in the fairly good column, right? Well, we always got to say everything is just bad, right? So we'll say that's fairly good. Let's go over towards Lower Westchester. I think something's happened here on 287. Oofa. Is that just, yeah, that's a crash. Amazing after all these years they can still, it's like you just spot it. You can just tell when something's not right. You just see when it's not right. And there it is. Crash here east on 287. They are saying, where is this? Before exit 8. So let's go to the map, to the cameras. It should say we're coming up at 827. I got something in my eye here. Oh boy. You know what? While we're here with this incident just popped up. Wow, look at that. Now it's raining. Look at that. Looky there. A little bit of a shower out on the island. So that's not going to help matters out in any capacity whatsoever. Let's just drill down here a little bit. Let's just see. Go. Did it just come off the list? It did. No, it did not. It did not. We're coming out to Carlton Ave. Carlton Ave. No, say Avenue. Say the whole thing. There's the rain. I think it was over here at this point. No, it's gone off the shoulder. So looks like maybe a little spot sun shower, because here at Johnson Avenue was fine. Interesting. How that's yeah, maybe a little shower here on the bird cam at the Oakdale Bohemia Merge. Very cool. Very, very cool. Let's just see what the LIE looks like here. Any rain? No, it's just cloudy. Cloudy start. So, and in some cases it helps out because of sun glare issues. Let's just see. Do any of these cameras work along 287? Let's cross our fingers now. There it is. There she is, the Enterprise. We will go east. Ooh. That's a mess. Everyone's squeezing over to the far left here. And let's just see where the locator is. This is at interchange 8 in White Plains. So yeah, we're squeezing way over to the far left there. So we got like 3 lanes shut down. It's probably like an acceleration ramp is shut as well. But ouch, that is, hopefully no one is injured in this crash, but you can just see what this is doing to traffic. Oof, boy, you don't want to be sitting in that. Let's just see where it starts. I think it goes right back to the Tappan Zee Bridge and the toll plaza. Yeah, look at that. Looky there. Oof, that's the southbound throughway to the eastbound side of 287. And wow, that is an absolute parking lot. Wow. Does it go right across the bridge? Let's just see. Cameras here on the bridge, and none of them work. $1 billion bridge, and we can't get a camera on the bridge to work. How ridiculous is this? Unbelievable. You can see the Mars rover from 75 light years away, but I can't see anything from Terrytown. That's insane. A couple cameras working, but big deal. They all should be working. This is heading into Westchester County. Yeah. So yeah, that's the story there. I'm sticking to it. So eastbound 287, right through Elmsford, White Plains. That's well over about a half an hour or more, straight back onto the throughway. So all the way back to interchange 13. So definitely give yourself at least 40. If you're watching us in Rockland, have to get into White Plains, give yourself at least an extra hour. Please do. Just like head out the door, forget the cup of coffee, extra one, and take it to go or whatever, because you are going to be late. If that is where you need to go. Yes, Harriman State Park, beautiful place, and I don't know why it keeps bringing that up. So the rest of Orange County 84 Route 6 is clear. Upper Westchester Dutchess, heavy on 684 south out of Brewster into Katona, and Purdy's and Golden's Bridge. So what else is new there? But the rest of Lower Westchester, just some congestion here along Cross County here out by the Hutch, and then north on the Hutch at Weaver Street is also a bit of a slow ride. Oh, no, I hit the wrong button. There we go. MTA. MTA. Yeah. So we go. Let's take a quick check of Metro North. First of all, on the Hudson line, looking at some delays. 6:45 Grand Central, Poughkeepsie, 10 to 15 minutes late because of earlier mechanical issues. Okay, so watch for that. We have delays on the Montauk branch of Long Island Railroad from Spionk to Independence Station at 8:23 is operating 11 minutes late, so look for that. The rest of Long Island Railroad is good. Let's go back to our subways. The one southbound 2-3 trains are running on the local track from 34th Penn Station to 14th Street while I address a mechanical problem on a train near 28th Street. Okay. A and C trains are running with delays after we removed a train with a mechanical problem from service at J Street Metro Tech. So look for that. And the C train, A and C delay and for moving. Okay, Metro Tech, same thing. All right. So with that said here this morning, welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Don, your traffic jockey here in the traffic center. Keep an eye on the roads and rails here for the next half an hour. And we thank Anna and Alexandra, as always, for joining us here on the big broadcast. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter this morning. Go ahead and leave your comments on Facebook and YouTube. We'll put you on the show. Let us know where you're watching us from here this morning, and let us know how you are doing. And we say again, congratulations to Anna's daughter there graduating high school. This half hour is sponsored by Travels with Darley. As we know, Darley has this wonderful program called Travels with Darley. And she goes all around the world looking for the best places to vacation. And even if it's not a vacation, even if it's just more of an informational, historical, gives you all the local flavor. So many destinations, around the world, from Tokyo, Japan, Seoul, Korea, to Montgomery, Alabama. Darley has been around the world many, many times in many different places, and has an outstanding program for you to enjoy on Amazon Prime, PBS Create, Wonderum, and Ovation TV's Journey. You can get more information about Darley's show at darley-newman.com. All right, so let's go back to our action here this morning. And let's give you the update with New Jersey now again, and just to see where we stand with a couple of outstanding issues. We go to the Parkway here, still southbound. Something's going on in the center lane in Cranford over by 136. The Turnpike here by exit interchange 2, the left lane is blocked there with a crash. Crash with injuries here on McCarter Highway at Miller Street, Newark. 55 going south, an overturned truck. Route 9 is all screwed up there going north out of Old Bridge into Sayreville, with at least one lane, if not two lanes, are banged out of service there. So let's go here, and we'll show you the camera at Ernston Road. It's actually almost looks like it's right in front of the Wawa, and that's exactly what it is. I wonder if my good friends subscribed to the Tri-State Traffic Show from the DOT, because interesting how they moved that camera in after I was saying the Wawa. There's the canopies for the gas station at the Wawa. So it's right there. It's that right lane. That is going to be shut now until further notice with that utility pole. And just as I say that, maybe they are watching. So good morning, my friends over at NJDOT, doing a great job with the cameras here. So we thank you very, very much for adjusting the camera here for us to show that the right lane is out of service here this morning. Again, that is going to be on Route 9 heading north of Ernston Road, just literally right in front of the Wawa. That is where that down utility pole is still in the process of being cleared. So let me close out of that camera because it's just going to take too much computing power. Damn it, Jim, I need more power. Let's go over here to the maps, and we'll show you what the deal is here. This is going to be Route 9. So basically coming into 34 is just, we're going to add maybe another 15 minutes or so onto your ride this morning. So, I mean, if you're watching in this section of Old Bridge, you may want to stay with 18 if you're really in a big hurry, but it's going to slow up into Edgeboro Road. But really, that is about it. Let's continue on now. Since we're in Monmouth County, 36, a little bit busy through Hazlitt here. Keensburg, just some traffic light delays there on the westbound side, or northbound. Again, northbound 36. I think that's how it's labeled up, but I think it changes in certain places as well. 3318, Parkway 195. We're in good shape. A Parkway through Toms River and Brick, that looks good. A Little Lake Harbor Township. Long Beach Island is fine. Let's head on over here to 55, busy at the 42 interchange. And I think this is the issue. Is this the issue on the Turnpike that we just saw here by exit 2 or interchange 2? It is. Let's just bring up the cameras this morning. No cameras. No cameras. Yeah, so that is that's the deal here by interchange 2. Watch for that this morning. 55 is still all messed up here in Vineland. To get out towards Route 56 with this overturned truck. Pardon me, I thought I was going to sneeze. Whew. I think just the humidity or something is, wow. I got the AC fired up and ready to go. Parkway down to exit 0 is a beautiful ride. So let's just widen things up. Let's go back up towards North Jersey and see how much action we have here this morning. So you definitely see it starting to become lighter as some of the schools are wrapping up graduation. Again, like I said, congratulations to the class of 2022 at Ramapo High School this morning. They are graduating later this afternoon. And like I said, I can tell you firsthand that the staff is very thankful at the end of this school year is here. Oh, that's all I'll say. I don't want to get myself into too much in the doghouse. Parkway 17 is looking good. 17 here, getting up in Esther Street and Lodi is fairly busy, but Route 4 is fine. Even 80, just a little minor backup west of Route 20, and then 2020 clunk. 21 into 20 is going to be a busy ride, but what else is new there? And then picking up a little bit of a backup here on the turnpike getting up into Route 80. So that could be some exiting volume there. Parkway is still fairly sluggish here through Bloomfield, 147 up to 149. Both ways of 280 across the Stickle Drawbridge is a solid ride. West on 78 heavy out to 24, passing Vauxhall Road in Union. But the Parkway Irvington, it looks good up to 280. All through Clark and Cranford, things are fine. So is the turnpike. We've even eased out the delays from 13A. It's really. So I'm losing my voice here for talking for two straight hours. Getting into interchange 14 is really the heaviest of our traffic, and then starting to see some red here on 287 getting south of Route 28. You know what? We got cameras there, so let's just do that. Let's just 8:39 is our time. Okay, we're good on time. Let's do this. I know there's a camera there on 287 at Route 28, which is right there. So we will do that. South heads away. That's awfully slow. I'm wondering if something here at Easton, maybe? No. I can't see anything there. So, all right. So just a little bit sluggish coming out of Route 22. So just be mindful of that. 206 in Hillsborough is awfully busy as well. Route 22, 78, Route 80 is fine. And just a little bit of delay both ways here at the 287 interchange. But really, that is about it. New Jersey is slowly settling down. All right, let's go into the city now. And you know what? Let's do this first. Let's because that'll be our last look at the roads there for the morning. Let's take a look at transit, see our issues here. Mobile app is currently experiencing technical issues with purchasing tickets, so they're not going to hit you with the penalty this morning. We also have rail service into and out of Penn Station in the city, subject to 20-minute delays. All because of a broken down Amtrak Amtrak track car. What that is. I wonder, is that a construction train car? Interesting. Don't know what that is. But yeah, we're still dealing with that. Let's check in with our friends at Path this morning. See what the vibe is here. Hackensack River test lifting mandatory today. First lift 11:30, and then 3 to 3:30. So watch for that. Could be delays there along North to World Trade. Again, North to World Trade. So want to watch for that here for the mid-morning and mid-afternoon hours. So what we're doing, we're going to the city here. So yeah, I mean, a little bit backed up here onto the West Shore Expressway, getting up in towards the area of Arden Avenue, but that's about it. Verrazano, pretty heavy across the span. You know what? Let's go to the cameras here. Let's do that $9 deal. But first, we want to show you the camera that's on the Grand Central Parkway, because that is the biggest story right now in the city. Is this disaster? Just catastrophic traffic here this morning as we approach into the Grand Central Parkway. And let's see, the video work. No video for that. You see the heavy equipment. I don't know what's going on. Maybe one of the concrete sections of the bridge is just completely missing or something. I don't know. I mean, that is some heavy duty work, or possibly that they were doing repairs on the overnight and ran into a problem and something, the concrete didn't set properly or what. But there is the merge, and you're going to be squeezing all the way over to the far right lane with this issue on the GCP. So again, what that is doing, it's right in this location here. It's right there. So we are looking at that delay getting all the way back to basically Lakeville Road, the LIE. Obviously, people are getting word now that what's happening out in central Nassau County, that they're all staying with the LIE. The northern stay pretty busy here still at the Wantagh, but it looks like we have a crash on the southbound Meadowbrook. Let's just see if anything's being reported there. So we do have some cameras in that location. Sunrise Highway, that's still on the shoulder. West on the LIE, broken down vehicle at 62. Southbound Meadowbrook, truck versus bridge. Make it sound like it's a UFC event. Versus the bridge. I think we know what is going to win there. It always be the bridge. So let's just see here if we see anything. So I don't know what the versus bridge means, unless they took out part of the guardrail or something. I was thinking it's a bridge like this, struck the overpass, but okay. I mean, not a horrible ride. This is at Powell's Lane. That doesn't look bad. This is at the Wantagh connector. West is heading away, so just a little bit busy through there this morning. It kind of always is. We're coming up on 8:45. We're going to dial up Johnny in the Rocco Center. Oh, jeez, I'm shot. I didn't eat breakfast again this morning, but I need to do that. Westbound here at New Hyde Park Road is heavy. Obviously, that's a lot of alternate volume trying to get into the city off of the island. Cross Island is busy here from Sunrise Highway on up. That's what we're going to do. You know what? Let's go to John in the Weather Center. John, you ready? Yeah, he's ready. Okay, so I'm going to hit Johnny just a little bit early because when we come back, I want to do our camera whip around for the city, the 9-box situation. So, John, you ready? Yes, he's giving me the high sign there. So let's send it over to John in the Weather Center. Good morning, pal.
Hey there, Don. Good morning to you and good morning to all of our viewers. This morning, we left off with your weather threats here just about a half hour ago. We have a few spotty showers to talk about for later on today and then again on Thursday. But Friday and the weekend so far look pretty good, and we're going to get hotter as well. Let's hope I could talk a little bit better this segment than last time here. But this morning, we're starting off with some more clouds across the tri-state area, maybe a few showers here and there out toward Long Island and parts of Connecticut as well. So for your morning commute temperatures here, we're in the low to middle 60s for northern New Jersey, mid and upper 60s, closer to 70 here down toward central and southern portions of the state this morning. Those clouds helping to keep temperatures a little bit on the milder side than in previous mornings. New York City, again, mid and upper 60s, 66 over toward Great Kill, 66 in Flatbush, around 64 to 66 over in Morris Park in the Bronx. As we go out toward Long Island, a few degrees cooler here, but still mild in the low to middle 60s, 62 out toward Islip, around 63, 64 degrees for Westbury, Huntington, around 62 to 64 degrees as well. And moving into the Hudson River Valley here, 63 to about 66 in Poughkeepsie, 62, 63 degree range over toward Patterson, 63 to 66 over toward the Yonkers area. And as we go into western Connecticut, upper 50s toward the higher elevations of Torrington, low to middle 60s elsewhere across the state on this Wednesday morning. And as we take a look at the forecast for today, we have low to middle 70s for New Jersey, areas further east in Islip and New Haven, a little bit cooler there, mid and upper 60s, with some showers there by the afternoon hours. They'll make their way westward into New Jersey by this evening and tonight, and then, like I said before, further west for overnight tonight and into Thursday. But some of those showers, a little spotty in nature, I think, moving eastward across the region for Thursday afternoon. So be on the lookout for some afternoon showers. That should be for Thursday. And then we'll warm it up into the mid and upper 80s, probably looking at low 90s as well by this weekend. And then we look for the next chance for some showers and storms on Monday. Some guidance has been hinting on that for the past few days, so we'll be keeping an eye on that. Have a great day, everybody. Drive safe, and it's Wednesday, so we're getting there. We're getting closer to Friday. Stick around for more updates coming up in just a little bit.
Thank you, John, as always, and have a terrific Wednesday yourself, my friend. Thanks a lot for the forecast, and John will be joining us back here on the Tri-State Traffic Show beginning at 7:15 tomorrow morning. So our half hour here, the 8:30 half hour, is sponsored by Travels with Darley. My friend Darley Newman, as she is the host of Travels with Darley, takes you all around the world and looking for the best places for destinations for vacations. Gives you the best places to eat, drink, and have fun, and maybe get a little historical information about the area. It really gives to that great local flavor. Is what you're looking for. You can find her program on Wonder Room Ovation TV's Journey, as well as Amazon Prime and also PBS Create. And her website is darley-newman.com. And don't forget to follow her on Twitter as well as on Instagram. Very, very active there. Just about every day on Instagram, putting a bunch of reels, a lot of fun stuff and all her different travels and even kind of just her everyday life, just what's going on in her area where she lives. But definitely follow her there. It gives you a lot of great information and a lot of fun as well. And don't forget to watch her new program on NJPBS called Look Up with Darley. I don't know when that exactly is, but maybe her website will have that. I should check that out. But or you go to the NJPBS website, and that'll give you the dates and times, or even just look in your guide if you have a guide on your TV. That'll bring up that show called Look Up with Darley. It's a new show. Really fun show. Lots of great information as far as architectural, historical, and also always finds the best places to eat and drink. So that's Look Up with Darley about the city of Newark. Again, the city of Newark in New Jersey. Lots of things that I didn't even know, living in New Jersey all my life. But definitely check that out again on NJPBS. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Darley's show, here is just a little sample.
I'm Darley Newman, and we're in Albany, New York, Charleston, South Carolina, Selma, Alabama, Colorado, Hayward, Wisconsin, at the site of the Lumberjack World Championships.
Discover what's in your own backyard on an all-new season of Travels with Darley.
These are good. Cattails, who knew? Wow, 6th generation.
Yes.
Amazing.
120 proof smooth, right?
Wow, got a jalapeno in there. 1, 2, 3.
That's just a little sample of what you can anticipate when you watch Travels with Darley. Again, darley-newman.com for any and all information about Travels with Darley. We thank her so much for being a proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so let's get to our kind of whip around with the cameras. We go to Staten Island now. Take a look at the expressway here out at the Verrazano is good. So is the West Shore at Bloomfield Avenue, Highland at Arden Avenue. Really no problems there. Highland at Midland looks good. Outer Bridge Crossing, the Perth Amboy is fine. So is the expressway at Clove Road. A little sluggish at times in Richmond Avenue, Victory Boulevard, but that's about it. There is Victory at Jersey Street, and the West Shore over by Fresh Kills Creek is looking good. Let's go to Manhattan now, and we'll see what we will find, and that is going to be on the Ed Koch Queensboro Bridge. Or by 59th Street, about 15 minutes there. And they're back with the utility work here on 5th Avenue and 49th, 7th and 34th. That is clean and green. And we go to the east side. That's the FDR at the RFK Triborough mess all the way down into 96th. And then as you into the Brooklyn Bridge, I'm still looking at a pretty decent commute as well. West Street at the Intrepid is a little bit slow. Henry Hudson heading north again. That's going north at 96th is good. And steady moving traffic here. It's heavy on the Henry Hudson at 125. Let's go to the Bronx, and we'll bring up the cameras here for you. We started off on the southbound side of the Bruckner. Starting to see a few more spaces here at Castle Hill, but pretty heavy at the Bronx River Parkway as we continue on over towards the BRP at 174th Street. Also, the Cross Bronx, that's going west of the Bronx River Parkway, is heavy. Major Deegan at Willis. Looks like something was going on to the shoulder on the ramp heading south at exit 1. And this is the westbound side over by Webster Avenue. That would be westbound coming towards us. This is straight off the George here over at the Alexander Hamilton Bridge into Jerome Avenue is heavy. Henry Hudson at 232 is good. So is the Deegan at 230th Street. Let's go out to Queens, shall we? We know the situation on the Grand Central. Unfortunately, I don't have that camera in here because that's a different server. But nonetheless, this is at 188th Street out by St. John's. That is still a heavy ride. I don't know what direction this is going. I think this is going east. That's some rubbernecking delays here because it shouldn't be busy by St. John's with the holdback out at the Clearview. The Belt in Jamaica 158 is good. So is the BQE here over by Broadway. This is the entrance to the Midtown Tunnel, about 20 minutes there. Westbound LIE here at Queens Boulevard is a slow ride. You can see the dark skies there. Some rain out on the island. Jackie Robinson Forest Park Drive is good. Let's see here. The Van Wyck at the Grand Central Interchange, a little bit slow, exiting for the Jackie Robinson. This is the Van Wyck at Hillside, heading north is heavy. And there's the LIE over by the BQE. That is fine. And we get the bonus Queens camera. There's the Whitestone at 14th Ave, heading north is a bit slow. Let's go to Brooklyn now. We will show you the Belt over at Bay 8th Street. There it is. Very heavy there as to be expected. But at Flatbush Avenue, we're fine. The BQE here coming off of the Gowanus at the Hamilton Avenue ramp is a bit slow. This is the ride over the Brooklyn Bridge and the BQE. A little bit sluggish heading south this morning. Inbound on the BQE and the trench out by Sackett is heavy up to Atlantic Avenue. This is the ride on the BQE heading south. This ramp here, that's to the Williamsburg Bridge. That's the inbound Gowanus at 37th. It's slow. What else is new? And at the Prospect, also a fairly congested ride. So again, pretty much par for the course, except for the issues out on the Grand Central this morning. Let's bring up the Long Island incident page, see if anything else has jumped off here. Yeah, nothing too crazy out here. Lindenwood, I should say. Southern State fairly busy at the Meadowbrook and then again into the Wantagh Parkway this morning. West on the LI, pretty heavy, 60, 59 through 58 into 57. I think that was because of this HOV lane here at 62 is out of service with that broken down vehicle. Out to the east end, Sunrise Highway, Hampton Bays, Southampton Watermill is a sluggish ride. Again, just if you can, please just definitely stay off of, again, the Northern State now is just heavy right at the Queens line and the Cross Island, but it is just a mess because of that emergency road work and the LIE is picking up all the alternate volume from 39 straight over to the Clearview Expressway. So a tough ride there. Coming out of Nassau into Queens here this morning. All right, so let's go across the Sound, and we'll check out the ride in Connecticut. And why do I have a feeling that there may be an accident here on 95? I just don't know, but it seems awfully slow. Delays 95, 19 through 4, and then 19 through 4 again. Okay, so they put it in twice in two different locations. 3642 in Milford is delayed. Look at that. The Merritt Parkway, roadwork. All right, so we go here. 39 to 42 is a bit heavy. Heading south here. Out of Stratford into Bridgeport, a little sluggish. 825 south. That's 95 is heavy. And still some congestion here between 27 down through just about exit 25. Merritt Parkway, awfully crowded from 50 all the way down through 44. And then heavier from 42 on into, or actually 41 or 40 really down through 36. Then again, a slow ride here, we'll say out of 19 or 20 really, from 20 all the way down into about exit 5. Then a heavy ride getting out of Westchester into Greenwich this morning. So that's a bit on the brakes. East along 287, I think we still have our crash being reported there. Let's just check in with the incident page for us. Delays eastbound, blah, 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 before Bloomingdale 8W there. Crash after exit 7. stop and go on the thruway all the way back there. That's exactly what we've been seeing. Let's go to the cameras. Let's see if we can give you a visual update here. We're coming up to the end of the show. We'll here we'll do a couple things. First is check up on this crash. That's not it. Maybe it was just cleared. 7. That interchange 8. I think that crash has been cleared. Still fairly heavy, but I'm thinking the accident may have just cleared up here this morning. And Parkway Main Street. Wow, that's a nice picture. I digress. Here at 8:58. Let's while we're on the cameras again, you can see that it is just a mess of traffic here. Back to the Tappan Zee Bridge. Look how heavy that is on the approach out of Rockland. So still running around a half an hour in that time frame for that situation this morning. The Connecticut cameras. Oh, you can look at that. Look at that. I didn't know you could. They were in partnership with Connecticut. Interesting. The Jersey cameras come up as well. No. And that will be a no. Okay. I want to go here to the Grand Central just to check it out as well. Freshest update we can possibly provide here in the traffic center. Thank you very much. Out of the I wonder if this cleared. Oh, that's the LIA. I got the wrong. Goofus, wrong camera. Video. Oh, there it is. So video, not of it. So there. That stuff's probably going out there the rest of the morning, if not the rest of the day. That's some heavy duty damage to whatever that was doing that road work. And there it is, getting into the merge, sending you over to the far right again, sending you to the far right here this morning. All right, so the Hutch also pretty busy here, getting in through Weaver Street, and then eastbound 287 is still a little bit heavier now, getting out towards the Hutch as well. Let's go over towards the Hudson Valley, the thruway, Route 6, 202 is fine, 84 through Beacon, and on over towards Middletown. Goshen looks pretty good. Brewster west on 84 is starting to see a little more improvement, but still a little sluggish at 684, and then 64 is heavy in towards Golden's Bridge this morning. All right, so I think with that said, we are going to wrap up the big broadcast here this morning for this June the 22nd. Happy birthday, Mom. Love you very much. So hopefully you have a fantastic day today. I'll see her a little bit later on. Also want to thank Jon Rocco in the Weather Center for the fantastic job Johnny is doing each and every day for us here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. He'll be back tomorrow morning at 7:15. Another check of your forecast. Definitely follow him on Twitter at Jon Rocco, JONROCCOWX, and also onto Facebook. Want to thank Darley Newman and Travels to Darley for being the sponsor of this half hour, as well as Ralph over the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is the place to go for any and all information on the shop. And Anna, I'm going to put your comment in again. Yes, definitely go get some of those delicious desserts there for your daughter's graduation party. Please do tell Ralph that I sent you. Just ask for him, and he'll come out from the back if he has a minute just to say hello, and that you saw it on the Tri-State Traffic Show. He'll take care of you for you. Again, any of those great treats, and appreciate the support, Anna, here on the show. Also, Alexandra, as always, our loyal, faithful viewer, starts her morning off with us. And again, we thank her so much for joining us here on the big broadcast. All right, so with that said, have a terrific Wednesday. And if any of the schools in the area are graduating, congratulations to class of 2022. Hopefully the weather will hold out if your graduation is outside. So we will certainly keep our fingers crossed there. All right, so with that said, have a fantastic Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.